Hey, good day everyone. Pasay here. We are now to discuss the games for December 26, 2024 NBA Game Day. We have lots of games for today. And to kick things off, let's talk about this Eastern Conference matchup between Charlotte Hornets with a record of 7 wins and 22 losses going up against Washington Wizards with a record of 4 wins and 23. The game will be at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and that's going to be 8 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I am inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. And by the way, the spread that is given here is minus 2.5, and that's given towards Charlotte Hornets. Now, for those who are interested to avail our premium picks or best picks, you can actually reach us through Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, or even Messenger account. Just take a look at the descriptions of our videos and you will see the details right there. Alright, so Washington Wizards, they will be enjoying the home court advantage on this. In terms of fatigue, both teams will be coming off rest, so we can skip that part. Now, in terms of momentum, well, that's going to be the tricky part right here because, again, both teams, they have been struggling. Both teams, they are coming off losses. Washington Wizards approaching this game, they are on back-to-back losses, while for Charlotte Hornets, wow, man, they are on a 5-game losing slump. Again, both teams are struggling. Charlotte Hornets, they are at number 13 in the Eastern Conference, while Washington Wizards, they are dead last at number 15. So, in terms of momentum, I don't want to pick anyone. I mean, both teams have been struggling big time. Now, let's just go ahead and take a look at health and availability. Maybe that will make sense a little bit more, if you know what I mean. So, let's start with Washington Wizards. For Washington Wizards, I see several names down here. Saddiq Bey and Kyle Kuzma. They are both listed as questionable for this game, along with Marvin Bagley, Carrington, Coulibaly, and Alexander Sarr. You know what? Six players are listed as questionable for Washington Wizards for this particular game. Now, if we take a look at Charlotte Hornets, I see less names on their IL. Trey Mann and Grant Williams confirmed out for this game, and we have Brandon Miller listed as questionable. Now, although Charlotte Hornets got a couple of players who are already confirmed out, I would still be siding with Charlotte Hornets in terms of the team having some sort of an edge because, again, they have less players on IL, while Washington Wizards men, those are six players, and some of whom are actually their major scorers and major part of their offense. So again, I'm gonna give a slight advantage towards Charlotte Hornets. All right, so going back into this game, not sure if you guys were able to watch these two teams go up against one another last week. Washington Wizards actually defeated Charlotte by 9 points. At one point, I felt like Charlotte Hornets would win that game, but again, Washington Wizards, they were able to prevail on that matchup, even winning by 9. So on this particular game, just like what a lot of people are saying, it's gonna be so hard to beat the same team back to back. But again, it's kind of tricky because of how both teams are right now. Again, for considering how both teams are doing, you just don't know what's gonna happen. Both teams are struggling. Both teams going up against one another. You just don't know what's gonna happen. But for me, I'm considering the fact that number one, there's a chance that Brandon Miller will be playing for Charlotte Hornets. All right, Brandon Miller is a huge part of their offense. If Brandon Miller is actually right there, then it's going to be a huge relief for LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball can actually shoot the ball. There's no question about that. But again, if he doesn't have anyone along with him, like Brandon Miller, it's going to be so hard for him to adjust towards the defense that will be offered to him by their opponent. So if Brandon Miller will be there, man, Charlotte Hornets would be an entirely different team. Number two, Washington Wizards, they are highly likely missing some of their good offensive players. So again, I'm siding towards Charlotte Hornets on that part. And last but not the least, perhaps even the biggest part of my consideration, Washington Wizards, they are dead last in terms of defense. They are 30th in terms of the points that are being given towards their opponent. at 122 points. That's a whole lot. Now I know a lot of people might be hesitating to side with Charlotte Hornets because of what happened last week. But again, considering all those, I feel like Charlotte Hornets would be able to bounce back. And I've also read some articles online that there's a good possibility that indeed Brandon Miller might be suiting up for this game. So I'm gonna side with Charlotte Hornets on this. Anyway, the spread is not that much. It's minus 2.5. So again, our pick would be Charlotte Hornets minus 2.5. Hornets minus 2.5. Peace out. Pasay love.